Revelation 13 is one of the most debated chapters in the New Testament, filled with imagery that has fascinated and perplexed readers for centuries. The earth beast, introduced in Revelation 13:11, is particularly intriguing due to its symbolic description. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The passage's imagery, especially the reference to the beast's horns, has been the subject of much speculation and interpretation. However, much of the modern discourse surrounding the earth beast often overlooks the deeper figurative and allegorical meanings embedded in the text, leading to misinterpretations that fail to fully grasp the author's intent. To understand the earth beast, it is crucial to examine the specific imagery used in the text. The beast is said to have 2 horns like a lamb. This description is unusual because a lamb, by definition, does not have horns. A lamb is a young sheep, typically less than 1 year old. Horns are a feature of adult sheep, specifically rams, which use them for defense and dominance. The fact that the beast has horns like a lamb suggests that the horns are not literal but symbolic. The choice of imagery is deliberate and points to the figurative nature of the text. The horns are described as being like those of a lamb, which implies they are little. This distinction is crucial for understanding the nature of the earth beast and its role. The horns of the earth beast are like a lamb, meaning that they are simply little horns. In essence, the earth beast has not 1, but 2 little horns governing it. The mention of the earth beast's 2 horns being little draws a parallel to the little horn of the book of Daniel. In Daniel 8:9, we read, "And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land." This little horn is further described in Daniel 7:25 as a power that shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. The little horn in Daniel represents a significant power that grows in influence and opposes established divine authority. By describing the earth beast as having 2 horns like a lamb, the author of Revelation may be alluding to the idea that the earth beast possesses 2 powers that are akin to the little horn in Daniel. These horns, just like Daniel's little horn, represent 2 distinct but similar and united forces that operate in opposition to the Bible's character, subtly and deceptively, much like the little horn of Daniel. Seeing that the earth beast's 2 horns are symbolic of 2 powers similar to the little horn in Daniel, the earth beast then represents a dual universal authority that is guided by 2 religious and political institutions. This united universal religious and political authority is dangerous because of its subtlety and deception. The fact that the earth beast spake as a dragon further reinforces its identity, as the dragon's character, as seen from within Revelation 12, is one that is given to religious persecution through legislation. This duality is key to understanding the earth beast's role in the Revelation's narrative. Its 2 horns symbolize 2 united religious and political institutions working together to dismantle the actual character of the Bible. The earth beast presents a facade of righteousness while speaking and acting with the authority of the dragon. Many modern interpretations of the earth beast focus on identifying it with specific nations, organizations, or figures. These interpretations often rely on literal readings of the text, attempting to match the symbolic imagery of Revelation with what is contemporary. However, such approaches fail to capture the deep allegorical meaning intended by the author of the Revelation. The earth beast description is not meant to be taken literally, but figuratively. The reference to 2 horns like a lamb is a clue that the imagery is symbolic, pointing to qualities or characteristics rather than physical features. By interpreting the earth beast in this way, we gain a deeper understanding of its role as a deceptive power mimicking the little horn before it. The earth beast is a complex symbol that requires careful and thoughtful interpretation. By focusing on the figurative and allegorical aspects of the text, we can uncover deeper truths about the nature of this beast and its role. The horns, like a lamb, are not to be understood literally, but as symbols of a subtle, deceptive, universal, world religious institution that is in opposition to the Bible's philosophy. This interpretation challenges us to look beyond the surface of the text to consider the broader allegorical implications of the Revelation's imagery. To fully grasp the significance of the earth beast's two horns, we have to look into the historical and prophetic context of Daniel's vision of the little horn. In the book of Daniel, the prophet receives a series of visions that outline the rise and fall of great empires, each represented by a beast. These beasts are symbolic of powerful pagan religious kingdoms that dominated the ancient world. The first beast in Daniel's vision represents Babylon. Following Babylon was the Medo-Persian Empire, symbolized by the second beast. The third beast, Greece, was initiated by Alexander the Great, who swiftly conquered vast territories, spreading Hellenistic culture across the known world. After Alexander's death, the empire fragmented and was ruled by his 4 generals, each taking a portion of the empire. The fourth beast, Rome, is depicted as exceedingly strong, more terrifying and destructive than the previous empires. Historically, Rome is divided into 2 distinct phases. Pagan Rome, which was characterized by its polytheistic worship and brutal imperial rule, and Papal Rome, which emerged as the Roman Empire's influence waned and the papacy rose to power, exerting both religious and political control. In Daniel's vision, the little horn arises during the reign of the fourth beast, which is identified as Rome. The little horn is described as a diverse kingdom different from the others, and it represents the papal phase of Rome. Unlike the earlier phases of Roman power, Papal Rome introduced a certain religious dimension to its rule. This phase of Rome's history saw a new fusion of church and state, where the papacy, using the Bible, wielded immense influence over both the spiritual and temporal affairs of Europe. The little horn, despite attributing its rule through the Bible's deity, is characterized by its blasphemous actions against the Bible and its persecution of its followers. Daniel 7:25 tells us that this power shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. This description aligns with the historical actions of the papacy during the Middle Ages, when it claimed divine authority, altered religious practices, and persecuted those who opposed its doctrines. The papacy's use of the Bible to justify its actions demonstrates how it used the Bible to harm the Bible, as it blended Christian doctrine with elements of pagan philosophy and ritual, creating a hybrid religion that served its own ends. The duality of the earth beast's horns can be understood by considering the historical role of the papacy. In its heyday, the papacy was both a religious authority and a political power, often dictating the policies of kings and emperors. The papal system was unique in that it claimed to represent Israel's God and Christ on earth, while simultaneously engaging in the political machinations of empire. This dual role allowed it to exert control over both the spiritual and temporal realms, a combination that made it a formidable force in the history of Europe. With this understanding of Daniel's little horn, we can now turn our attention back to the earth beast and its 2 horns. If we consider these horns as symbolic of 2 powers akin to the little horn of Daniel, the earth beast emerges as a complex entity that is governed by 2 religious and political forces similar to Papal Rome. The earth beast's 2 horns represent a similar dual structure, where 2 entities, both religious and political in nature, work together to establish their dominion. These entities are dangerous because they operate with the same harmful intent as the little horn. This duality reflects the complex nature of the earth beast, which is not merely a single institution but a coalition of powers working in unison to oppose the Bible's mind. Just as Daniel's little horn represents a religious political power that persecuted the Bible and its followers, the earth beast's two horns suggest the presence of two such powers within its structure. These powers wield significant influence, mirroring the actions and agenda of the little horn. The earth beast, therefore, can be seen as a continuation or evolution of the same type of institution represented by the little horn, one that uses religious authority to control and manipulate, often in opposition to a true and sincere devotional experience. Revelation 13, 6 and 7 provides further insight into the nature of the little horn, which nature the earth beast will copy. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. This passage echoes the actions of Daniel's little horn, reinforcing the idea that the earth beast is a similar yet distinct power. The earth beast, like the acknowledged beast before it, will persecute the Bible's philosophy and its followers. Its two horns are not merely symbolic of power, but are active agents in carrying out this religious manipulation and persecution. The beast speaks as a dragon, aligning itself with civil or government authority and religious persecution, much like Daniel's little horn, which spake great words against the Most High. The earth beast, therefore, represents a dual authority, two entities working in concert to oppose the Bible's true followers and to establish a counterfeit system of worship. In our time, interpretations of the earth beast have often focused on identifying it with specific contemporary entities, whether nations, organizations, or leaders. However, such interpretations risk oversimplifying the rich symbolism within Revelation 13, reducing the earth beast to a mere historical or political figurehead, rather than understanding it as an allegorical representation of a political and religious empire or institution. The earth beast's two horns, like the little horn of Daniel, are best understood as symbols of spiritual and temporal institutions working together to oppose the Bible. These institutions manifest in only one form throughout history. They seek to subvert the Bible's character and philosophy, to establish a counterfeit system of religion, and to persecute those who remain faithful to the Bible's character and philosophy. The narrative of the earth beast and its two horns challenges us to approach Daniel and the Revelation with a deeper understanding of allegory and symbolism. The imagery used in these books is not written in a purely literal or historical sense. The earth beast with its two horns serves as a powerful reminder of the ongoing struggle between the Bible's philosophy and the religious and political intention within the religious world. It calls us to be discerning, to recognize the subtle ways in which evil can manifest, often under the guise of a religion backed by political or civil authority. The earth beast with its two horns like a lamb is a symbol that demands careful and thoughtful interpretation. By drawing connections to Daniel's little horn, we can better understand the nature of the earth beast as a united, dual, universal, religious, and political power that persecutes anything and any assembly sincerely honoring the Bible's words. This outlook invites us to look beyond the surface of the text and to consider the broader allegorical meanings embedded within the prophetic literature. In examining the imagery of the earth beast in Revelation 13, particularly its two horns like a lamb, it becomes clear that the vision is steeped in allegory and symbolism, rather than being a literal description. By connecting this imagery to Daniel's vision of the little horn, we uncover a deeper understanding of the earth beast as a dual power, deceptively cloaked in religious authority while exercising universal political control. Another key insight reveals that the earth beast's horns are not only symbolic of its deceptive nature, but also indicate that this beast mirrors another entity from prophetic history, the Medo-Persian Empire. In Daniel 8:3, the prophet describes a ram with 2 horns. And the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. This ram represents the Medo-Persian Empire, characterized by the duality of its 2 ruling powers, with one eventually overshadowing the other. The Medo-Persian Empire was a union of 2 distinct kingdoms, Media and Persia, blended into a single entity that wielded both political and religious influence. The higher horn, which rose last, signifies Persia's dominance in the empire. The earth beast of Revelation 13, with its 2 horns, mirrors this structure. Just as the Medo-Persian Empire's 2 horns represented 2 united powers, so too do the horns of the earth beast symbolize 2 interconnected religious, political institutions. The earth beast's horns are thus based upon the Medo-Persian model, where 2 entities, united in purpose, work together to establish and enforce a system of law and religion. Modern interpretations of the Antichrist often focus on identifying the earth beast as a singular political leader or dictator, with the mark of the beast being seen as a literal symbol or technology imposed on individuals. These interpretations emphasize the economic consequences of not accepting the mark, envisioning a scenario where people are unable to buy or sell unless they comply with the demands of this political figure. While these ideas resonate with contemporary fears, they fail to capture the full allegorical depth of the vision presented in Revelation 13. The earth beast, as described in Revelation, is not merely a political entity or future dictator. It is a complex symbol representing the fusion of 2 religious and political powers that mimics the structure and nature of historical empires like the Medo-Persian Empire. The 2 horns, like a lamb, signify that the earth beast operates by 2 little horns, which is imagery familiar to prophecy, yet it speaks with the authority of the dragon, revealing its true nature as an instrument of legislative, religious deception. Understanding the earth beast in this way shifts our focus from the literal to the figurative. The earth beast's movements are ultimately religious, not merely political, as it seeks to establish a counterfeit Bible religion, drawing people away from the intended experience at the heart of the Bible. This religious deception is carried out through governmental and institutional means, much like the Medo-Persian Empire's blending of religious and political authority. The mark of the beast, therefore, is not literally a physical mark or a symbol, but a sign of allegiance to this false system of worship, an internal spiritual compromise that manifests in outward compliance with the earth beast's demands. By comprehending the allegory behind the earth beast's horns and recognizing its structural similarity to the ram of Medo-Persia, we are better equipped to recognize the subtle and insidious ways in which false religious systems can gain power and influence, often cloaking themselves in the language of religious and moral authority. The true danger lies not in a single political figure, but in the broader movement toward a religious political system that mimics the appearance of godliness while leading people astray. The earth beast's power is far more pervasive and insidious than what is taught by secular religious theories, representing a spiritual deception that is religious in nature, but executed through the machinery of government. To truly understand what to watch for, one must look beyond the literal and embrace the figurative and allegorical meanings embedded in the text. By decoding the symbolism and recognizing the earth beast's connection to both Daniel's little horn and the ram of Medo-Persia, we gain insight into the true nature of this threat.